Alright, let's talk about something. Copyright. I think it's gotten out of control lately. It's not only on YouTube, guys. It's like everywhere. I had a teacher in one of my graphics classes in college, and he was telling me he runs a blog. And one of the people who works on the blog with him, excuse me, one of the people who works on the blog with him posted a picture, and he got sued. This was, I mean, they didn't know that this was going to happen. They didn't know it was going to be some big issue, but like he was telling us that people what's the word, fish, or like fishing for people, and so they'll take a bunch of pictures at like a red carpet or something, photo shoot, whatever, and they'll copyright them all, but only send out a few, and then they'll post the rest to like Google or something, and they'll attract people to take those photos and use them, and then once they do, they like trick them. I don't know. They just look for them. And once their pictures are out there, they just instantly sue them for whatever they can get, and they're making more money off of what they sue people for than what they're making on the photos. Like, that's how people are making money now. That's not right. So I'm an artist. I make clay figurines, I make fan art, I make my own stuff, I make songs. Well, I don't make the music, I make the lyrics. I write, and I paint and draw. But as an artist and a graphic artist, I am scared to do anything because, like, fan art, like, is that... Alright, so here's the thing. I know the law. I don't know all of the law, but I know fair use, I think it's called. Parody is supposed to be okay. Review is supposed to be okay. Demonstration. I'm not sure where fan art falls in that, though. I mean, it's not like I'm claiming it as my own. It's truly fan art, and I don't get into that. I usually just make that for myself. But still, it's like I'm like scared to do anything. And then like YouTube, you can't have any song, like even playing in the background, like way down the hall. If there's any inkling of that song on your vlog, you'll get flagged. I can't do a Let's Play video, like not that I play games very often or very well, but it's kind of funny to watch me try, so I was going to do that, but you can't really do that. And I wanted to sell some of my art, but some of it is fan art, and I don't know where that really falls in that category. But like, alright, I understand the need for copyright, because as an artist, again, I don't want anybody stealing my work. Not only for money, like I don't want you getting money off of it necessarily, like, taking all the rights away, but I don't want you taking credit for something that I have put a lot of effort into. But I understand if someone wants to parody my work or make a fan art of my work, just give me credit, like credit, and if it's that big a deal, royalties, like, fine. That's fine, but like all the little stuff I do, like there's really not any need for like a royalty or anything. I'm not doing anything like that. But anyways, like I give credit. I haven't sold anything or anything, but if I were to do that, I would give credit and stuff. But like if anybody wanted to use my work inside of their own, like if they want to make a video, make a parody, make a review, like I'd be fine with that, just give me credit and stuff. So I don't understand why it's being so restrictive. I mean, the day and age that we're in, full of video and instantaneous transfer on the internet, and well, I understand like that's kind of scary. You don't want people like instantaneously taking your stuff, but the day and age that we're in the media age, and we can't review, we can't post for news, we can't parody the media if we're going to be flagged for every little thing. it's just not realistic. And honestly, it's good for those companies, even if we're parodying it, because I know they're not asking for this, what is the word? They're not asking for this, like, advertisement or anything, but it is in a sense. Like, word of mouth and the internet is one of the highest rates of ways to get views, or to get your product out there, or to get consumers coming to your shop or your site, or it's the best way for those things to happen. The internet is where we're at now. So I don't see why a review would be so restricted. That's a good thing. And Let's Plays, someone might be stuck. They don't want to play the game if they're going to get stuck all the time. If there's a Let's Play, they can't get through a certain spot, and they finally figure out how, they're going to play it more. So that I understand too. I understand maybe you take out some cutscenes, you don't give away the ending, blah, blah, blah. Trailers, they're not the whole movie. They're just like a short thing that you may be reviewing or parodying, and then someone sees that and they're like, hey, I want to see the real thing. That's awesome. Why are you restricting that? And YouTube, I don't know what's going on, honestly. I believe Google owns YouTube, blah, blah, blah. Whoever it is, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why the system is so weird. There was a song that I made in GarageBand. Like, granted, I used some loops, but I made it in GarageBand. And I made an animation, and I put it up, and, they flagged it. There was, some music company, I think, that flagged it for match content. And I'm like, I made that. I put those loops together in a certain way. It is my song. I put it in there with my animation completely made by myself, every part of it, and you can't flag this. There wasn't a big problem. It got resolved, but it just struck me as I don't understand why this is happening. So I think it's honestly beyond copyright issue right now. It's just gone out of control, and it needs to be resolved. We need a better system for this. I don't know how. I'm not really a legal person or a system person. My room's not organized. I don't know how to organize things. But I just know that we have a problem and we need to fix it. So there's probably people out there, working on that right now or something. I just know that YouTube is going to lose traffic if it gets any worse. There's people trying to make other video sites. There's people talking about just leaving Upright, just going from this, doing something else. So definitely have to find a way to flag the really bad ones, the ones that are actually doing the copyright issues, and leave the rest of us alone. Because, first of all, it's our legal right to do parodies and reviews. It is legally written somewhere that we can do that, and you can't take that right away from us. Second, we're not doing infractions. We're not the bad guys out there, so you gotta, find some way to find the bad guys and leave the people who are making you money and getting you customers alone, because, first of all, we're just trying to have fun and do vlogs, right? Or whatever we do on YouTube. Second of all, we are bringing traffic to your site, so that's not going to help you if you just shut us all down. I wasn't really trying to talk to YouTube. I'm trying to talk to everybody. Do you have problems with this? Do you know of any solutions, or what's going on really, or outside of YouTube, what's going on? It's so gray area. How do you know what's gonna get flagged out there in internet land, or out there in whatever shop you own, if you're doing fan art type things, because there are people who sell things that are definitely knockoffs. So I don't know what that line is, but it's gotten out of control. People just have blogs, they're commenting on something, and they get in trouble. I don't get it. But anyway, so comment your opinions, your views on that. YouTube's a big deal, but there's tons of stuff outside of that. It's we're not trying to take away from anybody. It's our right to speech and everything, and our artistic creations. So, do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know.